Hello and welcome everyone to Last Level Press. I'm Mr. Black and this is my first 15 with Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Phantoms, a game that I had no idea was even coming out. I was literally just this morning scrolling through the Steam new releases and saw this come up and was very surprised when I clicked on it to see, is that worth buying, that it is in fact free to play. So this is, to my knowledge, the first free-to-play Tom Clancy game to date. I could be wrong about that, but I think it is. And as a fan of the old Ghost Recon series, I was excited to give this a try. And I'm a little bit apprehensive of it already because it just seems a little bit limited. And what I mean by that is there are three classes pictured right here. There's Assault, Support, and Recon. And it is, of course, in the sort of future warrior aspect of the Tom Clancy timeline, where it gets a little bit like Deus Ex in its angular design and everything, and you get some cool, fancy, high-technology gadgetry. But on to the reasons I'm a little bit apprehensive. It seems like this is making some of the exact same missteps that I will always call out that other games have made before. So let's go to the store to illustrate what I mean. I'm not yet going to call this a pay-to-win game. Obviously, I've not yet even played a single match's worth of it, so I can't make that kind of assertion with any sort of certainty. However, when you come over here to the weapons, one takes a look at the fact that there is a progression system to this game. You have to reach different tiers that scale as you gain experience and everything to unlock the ability to buy certain weapons. Now, what I don't know is whether any of these are exclusive, that is to say paid content only. I don't know yet, so if any of you guys do, please enlighten me. However, looking at the pricing of some of these, there's a new unique weapon here, this little Tavor, that looks like it's going for 1,900 of the paid currency, or 76,000, which seems like a lot, that's just a big number, of the in-game currency. Now, what does that mean? 1,900 of these gold coins. Let's come up here to the purchased GC, I don't know exactly, ghost coin, there we are. And you'll notice that that falls squarely between these two, rather conveniently, of course, because they always stagger them that way. You're looking at just over $10 worth of actual cash to buy that one rifle. And thankfully, that seems to be for like this high-powered fancy thing, as opposed to buying the Mark 16 here, which is only $3,000, which is, I believe, like $250 or something like that, $2 or $3. The latter, not so bad. This, horrifically overpriced, and I will always call that out in any game in which I see that sort of thing, where you're literally buying one little tiny piece of digital content for the same price or more than you would pay in other games for entire expansion DLCs, the likes of, Knife of Dunwall, Dragonborn, the things that I've quoted in the past. That sort of transparently greedy business modeling is just abhorrent to me. I will always call it out. But that's enough of that. That's enough negativity right out the gate. But again, I always have to make mention of it. Let's have a look at what else is here. I've only really poked around in the weapons tab of the market. Let's see if I can actually keep my words coming properly. So yeah, it looks like most of these are staggered in a similar fashion. 300. No, the pistol's only 50. That's nice. Wow, you can get a gold-plated single-action army. That's kind of cool. I do like the fact that there seems to be a fair amount of weapon variety. That's nice, as well as ammo. Alright. And armor, same story. That at least seems to be much lower priced. There's only 5,000 of the in-game currency. I don't yet know what the accrual rate is for the in-game currency. That is one of the things that I will find out by the end of this video and render a much more concise verdict for you guys after learning. So that said, before I get into, you can buy these boosts. You can also buy their Athena Armory Access. I read through this a moment earlier, and the short version is you gain access to early new items, access unique items from previous releases. I'm not sure what that means by previous, because I think this is the first iteration of this game, at least in its current form. Exclusive access to members-only items. I mentioned the suspicion that those were there before, and this is where that comes from. 100% XP boost and AC boost. Again, a lot of people have a significant problem with essentially being able to buy a fast track into gaining an advantage. And especially in a game like this, where there is a progression system and you do gain tangible benefits for getting increased experience and, coinage, there is an argument to be made against that in terms of fairness and gameplay balance. Again, I'm on the fence about it because it's nothing that normal players wouldn't get their hands on eventually. This just allows paying members to actually get to it first. So that's just my thoughts. Extra storage space, a lot of things do that, as long as it isn't like in MOBAs where you can literally buy new ability slots, which tends to be quite unbalancing. As long as it's not like that, I won't have a problem with this. Tactical suits do not decay over time, so it seems like your armor does in fact break down. Again, not a big issue. Gain proficiency at twice the normal rate, so essentially you're getting double. And all of that comes at a rate of roughly $10 a month, a little bit less than that if you go for the longer subscriptions here. So I will let you guys make up your own minds about how worth it that kind of subscription is. I've never paid for one like that, so I can't really weigh in on it one way or another. Just getting little benefits like that, because that's what they seem like to me, little benefits, has never really been worth it. Especially when you're already playing the game for free. It just seems like, why am I adding a hardly tangible subscription to a subscriptionless game? That's just my thought on it, but that's by no means a critical critique there. That's just personal. Now then, that's enough of my blithering on about these things. But for just a little bit longer, I remembered I want to get into this before I actually get into a match. Another little tick of criticism here, and again, this is coming from a major company. This is Tom Clancy Productions. There's no excuse here to have this for your video options. There are literally 4 things here: resolution, windowed mode, VSync, and graphics quality. Apparently my graphics are just high. They're high as a motherfucker, because I've got my awesome new PC now, but I can't control anything when it comes to graphical quality. I can't get to anisotropic filtering, I can't get to whether I want the lighting to do this thing or that. This is unforgivably limited. No. 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 Bad Clancy. I know that... never mind. Just no. Okay, now then. Let's get into an actual match so that I don't get more annoyed. Because I want to like this game. I do. Let's see here. We got matchmaking. I'm not a member of a clan, so yes, apparently we'll just go with matchmaking. Alright. So I'm a terrible, terrible noob. Yeah, start... How many things do I have to click on to get you to actually find a match? Come on now. Alright. Searching for... Does it show me... Are these where maps are located, or is this where the servers think I am? Because I am not in Europe. Oh, wait, that shows Russia. No, okay. I'm gonna assume that this doesn't just default think I live in Moscow. So, alrighty, we're still searching here. Is there anything else I can do for the time being? Alright, this is the public lobby. So, already there's a fair number of people here. And yet, I am not being matched yet. Alrighty. So, alright, as per usual, there is a counter here in the top to let you know just how long you've been sitting. This is why I don't like the exclusively matchmaker-based online games. I've said this before, a lot of people vehemently disagree with me, but just sit here and wait while I expound upon my point, and this allows me to make it while I explain it. I want for this trend right here to go away. I don't want matchmakers to go away, but I want this trend of exclusively featuring matchmaking for the purposes of finding another game to go away. I want to have the old lobby system that we got used to in so many games before, that you could just scroll through, you could identify a lobby that usually got players that you liked or that you knew, or that were hosted by whatever group you may either like or affiliate with, and you knew you could pretty much always go in there and have a fun time. You can't do that with a matchmaking system. You also can't just know, okay, this lobby is pretty much always going to be run. Say it's being run by a dedicated team, or by a clan, whatever. You know there's always going to be a game there, so you can almost always jump in, especially if a game allows for mid-match join. You don't have to worry about now sitting here for over a minute waiting on finding a match. But you guys get my point by now. So let's see, do I go with assaults, recon, or support? We gotta go with Mr. Operator's gonna operate here with his tactical Oakleys and solid snake vest. Like, I can't be the only one that thinks this guy in particular really looks, in his equipment, a bit like Old Snake from MGS4. Alright, do I need to ready anywhere? Maybe? No? I don't think so. Oh, okay, match starts in 20 seconds. Alrighty then. So our map is Metro Conquest. 2 squads attempt to capture and hold a series of strategic points across the battlefield. Either squad can win the game by capturing all points. Otherwise, the squad holding the most points with the timer expires wins. So, pretty genre-standard conquest. And it looks like we are on 8 versus 8, so that's a pretty sizable team. I like that. And we shall... Okay. What's going on here? Okay, it's just loading up the level. Your orders are to capture something. Alright. 2 squads. Ah, God, so many little pop-ups that, like, don't really... Whoa. I'm in an over-the-shoulder view. Alright, I wasn't expecting that. That's kind of cool. And the match starts a minute from now. Why are there so many pauses in this game? This is not a efficient UI system by any means. It is a... Whoa, 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 okay. Alright, so very lethal gunplay. I think I got shot all of once and dropped. Alright. I'm actually a fan of that. I don't like games where you can just soak up bullets like crazy and never go down. These animations are smooth, they look good, but am I the only one that thinks this guy looks like he's running through mud? Or like slogging underwater? It just seems a little sluggish. Oh boy, alright, so yeah, I've definitely got to take use of the cover system. So spacebar puts me in cover. Alright, all these lines everywhere are annoying me already. I don't like that. Oh, dang it. Alright, I hit somebody at least. I didn't kill anybody. Nice. Nice handle there, buddy. Classy as fuck. I will not repeat that. I'll let you guys pause the video and zoom in to see just how classy a fanbase I'm working with here. Alright. What exactly do I have? Because working as this guy, I believe the description that I read indicates that each class has its own, like, unique abilities and gears. So, what does this guy do? I don't see anything on my HUD to indicate anything. I've only got indications for what looks like a heavy machine gun and a pistol. Those do not special abilities make, so... It'd be really nice if I could shoot through walls. It is kind of cool that you get, a bit like Blacklight Retribution, the ability to see through walls if somebody on your team has eyes on an enemy. In Blacklight, it was this special visor thing. Yeah, okay, I kind of asked for that. I assumed there was no one down there. They probably respawned and just now killed me. Oh well. I bought that one myself. Oh wow, you actually get localized damage here. It shows you where you've been hit. So I apparently took 49 damage from getting shot in the hips. Damage mitigated 8. Okay, so you get to see a little bit of how efficient essentially your armor is. That's kind of cool. I do actually kind of like that. Damage dealt. Oh, I didn't even hit that guy. Alright, well. He snuck up on me anyway. I'm not sure I'm digging this class. Let's see. I'm just going to press buttons and see what does what. Alright, E does nothing, F does nothing, Q, whoa, okay, Q essentially changes which hand I'm using. Apparently, all soldiers in this universe are ambidextrous. That's an interesting feature, and one that I think may actually come in handy, depending upon the sorts of corridors that you're in. And you get, like, RPG-style damage counters that pop off of people when you hit them. Alright. Dropped him! Alright, first kill. Oh, ow. Somebody hit me. Alright, apparently there is... Okay, take cover to engage regeneration. Alright, so we're all living in the Metal Gear Solid universe. We've got nanomachines. We'll rebuild our bodies. Come on, come on. I know there's someone there. Ow, ow, ow. Dropped him! Oh, and we dropped each other. Okay, that's fair. Kill for kill. I'm all for this. Alright, do I have any other weapons I can switch out for? Yes, I can equip a shotgun. That's cool. I like it when we're given somewhat different options, even when we are horribly noobish starting a game. Alright, deploy! Let's give the shotty a try.
Charlie lost.
I really wish these animations would just tighten up. Like, I wouldn't actually mind the actual rate of speed at which I'm moving if the animations were a bit more hustly, so I didn't feel as though I were moving slowly even when I'm actually not. The animation just makes it look as though I am. Hi there. Flanked! You should always mind your surroundings. Yeah, I should. I really should, apparently. Drake Hart 20. Thanks for that. Alright, I'm going back to the MG. That was fun. Back to normal. Now then, what was my switchy button? There we go. Alright. That is kind of cool. It changes the field of view a bit there. And I think I've spawned in a new place. I'm just going to follow those objective indicators. I forgot we were on a conquest match. I was just kind of focusing on taking people out. I'm actually going to try and capture a point. Let's make that a point, shall we? Wait a minute. Hold on. I just took cover. Plus 60% control, 28% accuracy, and 50% stability. Wow, so there are actually very tangible benefits explained neatly for you when it comes to taking cover. That's really cool, actually. I like that. The only thing that is turning me off in this game's presentation so far is like these lines that pop up when you're near people. I do like knowing where my teammates are, but I would prefer that it just be like those little triangles on the outskirts of the screen. I want it to just be that. There may be a way in the options to make it so, but given how limited those options looked before, I don't know. I'm doubtful of that. Advancing! We must take point C! Alright, so thus far, you know what? We're just gonna rush this guy. He's not gonna know what hit him. He thinks I'm still back there. Hi, buddy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What's up? Dropped him. Alright. So it seems like this game can be played in a couple of different ways. You can take it slow and measured, or you can kind of bum rush people. Whoa, whoa, why aren't you dying? Alright, there we go. So apparently middle mouse is melee. That works out nicely because I'm in that habit after playing Far Cry 3 so much. So that went nicely. Okay, very good. I really want to find, so I think I'll actually see, can I get to, yes, options, controls. Where are the buttons that let me do the special things that each class supposedly is able to do? So strafing, hold to sprint, I don't want that. Actually I do, but why is it unbound? I'm already sprinting with shift. Whatever. Oh, toggle sprint for shift. There we are. Combat. Charge or activate device? No. Fire. Iron sight? No. Reload. Ordnance 1 and 2. So that would be numbers 3 and 4 on the number keys. Alright, that's something to bear in mind. And it looks like that's it. Okay. I'm not really seeing much here. Let's see what these ordnance do, shall we? Let's hit number 3 and see what that does. Let's see what that does. Nothing. Okay, how about number 4? Nothing. Okay. I'm now wondering then, what other than appearance distinguishes this character from anyone else? I will not have time in this video to explore that question, as I am going to try to keep this as concise as possible. But I may revisit this in a round 2 and give, like, Assault a try, because the images that I first saw of that class appeared as though there was, like, a shield or something in his hands. Why won't you die?! Alright, someone died. Alright, there we go. Hi there! Come on. Come on. Come on, somebody better cover my flank. Oh. Ow, ow, ow. Thanks for covering me back there, buddy. Appreciate that. Really. Alright. Well. Okay, so somebody actually popped me with a headshot. That's why I went down so hard. How much did I deal? 37 damage to him. I assume there is 100 damage. No, there can't be 100 damage because, well, maybe there is. Wait a minute. Oh, I read this now. The red dots are what damage you dealt to them, I think. No, never mind. Maybe the red dot is the kill shot. I don't know, I'm just making shit up. I'm trying to read this thing, but it's not exactly easy to read. And I just realized that there are these fabulous models here in the shop windows. That looks a bit like the dude from Killzone. This is obviously Recon guy. That guy's just classy. That guy's the Team Fortress 2 engineer, modernized. Yeah, modernized. It's a word. Now. Shakespeare did it. I can do it too. Alright, how much longer have we got in this match? 2 minutes and 29 seconds. That is acceptable. However, failure is not. So, since they are actually rather...
How do I scan?
What the... Oh, somebody was actually talking. Since they're actually rather impressively well holding point C, I'm just going to try and take people down. And I killed Captain Clancy. Really, guys. Turn this up to the full 1080p and have a look if you want to know just how classy some of these people are. Okay. I really wish, let's try that, that I knew how to deploy whatever fancy little gadgets there are in this game. Because I know they're there, because other people are doing like scans and things, and that's how we're able to see through walls and see the silhouettes. I just don't know how to do it. Is it a device? No. Perhaps you have to unlock them. Maybe that's it. Squad support, device, ordnance. Okay, that would be grenades. Alright. Alright. It's a little bit annoying to not be able to actually get a real feel for what a class can do right away. But I guess that's okay, because I'm not against progression systems. They do tend to favor experienced players over new players and can drive new players away when they encounter veterans that have better gear and weapons and all of that they simply lack. And there's a give and take to that, because there's a serious satisfaction in unlocking new things, and it grants incentives for, you know, prolonged play. It gives you a sense of accomplishment when you actually unlock those things. But like I mentioned, it can be a little off-putting to new players, which is why there is an argument for matchmakers. I'll admit, in that with a matchmaker, you can then obviously be paired with people of similar experience and therefore similar gear and, you know, potential as yourself, so that you can still get a fair and balanced experience out of it. But for that reason, as I started to say before, and this is not the first time, so I apologize to those of you who are really tired of hearing this argument from me. 3, 2, 1. I just want to see a game, I want to see the trend appear in games in which one can access both a matchmaker and a traditional lobby system. I think that would be the perfect ideal when it comes to getting the experience you want out of a multiplayer-centric game. Just my 2 cents, those are my thoughts. Alright, so it looked like, if I saw that correctly, no wait, hang on. Are we going again? I don't want to go again. I don't want to, no! You can't make me! Alright, there better not be a desertion penalty. Let's go to... Nope. Exit to lobby. There we are. Quitting will incur a penalty on the following. XP and AC earnings, Athena rank, max completion streak. Okay, thanks for that. Appreciate that. What if the pizza guy had shown up? What if my mom called? I really don't like that. I really don't like that. I do hope that, like Smite, there's a goodwill system so that if you don't disconnect from games after a certain amount of time, you earn your way back into the good graces of the matchmaker. I hate it when games hold other players' grudges against me for them. That absolutely annoys me. But, that said, let's go back to the home tab here and conclude this first 15. As always, guys, remember, this is me speaking from only the experience that you have just witnessed. This is a first impression series, first and foremost. I don't know everything about this game. I have to go off of what my gut tells me and what I can observe right in front of me. That's the purpose of this series. And my first impressions of Phantoms here, double-bladed sword. It seems a little sluggish, especially when it comes to the running animations. And also, I can note now, in hindsight, the amount of time it takes from when you hit right click, especially if you've already been moving, to when your weapon actually comes up to take aim, a little slow. So that's just going to take some getting used to. Obviously, it's going to be that way for everybody, so it's not just singling anybody out. It's just something that it doesn't really appeal to me. I prefer for my shooters to be a little bit more tight and responsive, especially now that my new baby here has been spoiling me with such tight responsiveness with games like Far Cry 3. But all in all, this looks like one that will be probably a pretty niche title. It does look as though there is some significant potential for very strategic squad-based gameplay here, especially if you're playing with a clan, since they seem to definitely be... no, that's not what I want. Where is it? There's, like, clan button somewhere. There was a clan button, I thought. But let's have a look here. Right before I completely conclude, let's see what it says about these classes. So I was playing as support, Captain Operator over here, and I have no qualifications, no medals, no events, and it doesn't really give me any indication of what this class should do. I would really like for, if I click on these tabs, like down here or something, a little description of exactly what this class is for to pop up. Because from what I'm looking at right now, the only differences between these classes are the appearance and the weapons in their hands. And that's not really okay. So I'm left on the fence about this game. I will let it stand for you guys, this video I mean, in terms of allowing you to make up your own minds about whether you think this is worth your time. Again, reminder, this is free to play, so you're not looking at any amount of monetary investment unless you want to. And I just don't have the experience enough yet with this game to say whether or not you will need to invest any amount of money into it to succeed at it. I don't know yet. So thank you all for joining me for this first 15 of Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Phantoms. Alright, I actually managed to say that. I was worried that I was going to say Call of Duty Ghosts, and then suddenly everybody was going to freak out on me. There's no fish AI in this game, so clearly it is the inferior title. But thank you all for joining me here at Last Level Press. I'm Mr. Black, and as always, I wish you all good gaming and Godspeed.